Hey friends, welcome back to SLT Learning, and today we're gonna cover another questions about character variable and integer value. Okay, so this is one of the questions I asked one of my candidate in my recent interview, and she was failed to answer this incorrectly. Okay, so the question was that is it possible to store integer value in character variable, right? So let's suppose if we add a character variable, and can we store any integer value like 95, 100, 200, or 300, something like that way, right? So when we initially when we think about character variable, right, we always think, okay, we can only store the character, right? We cannot store the integer value or something like that way, right? But over here the concept of unicode will come into the picture. Okay, now you might be thinking, what is unicode, right? So unicode, that we all know, if you are not aware about that things, it will be very easy to go on that one. Just go to Google, right, and I'm gonna search unicode for character to integer. Okay, integer value. So there will be the number, right? Each and every character will have the number which is connected with the and one of the, I will just say, is the character. Okay, so that will be start, I think, if I remember right, it's a 97 which will represent the letter A. Okay, so let's we do it practically. Okay, so the question was, is it possible to store integer value in character array? And we create one character variable, and we will just says we will try to store it 101 and try to print it. Okay, so let me just open this one, and I will just create one class. Okay, and I will first create a package, tricky questions. Okay, and in package we're gonna create one class, character to integer. This is my basic simple class. Okay, and I'm gonna creating this one. So now let's we take a example, right, which is mentioned. So this is the same example I give her in my interview, right? So let's say is, suppose character, I'm just say C is equal to 97, right? And I will just put the comma. Okay, if you see, there is no error is coming. Okay, if you just see this yellow, it just says the variable has not been used so far, right? But there is no error over here. That means it is allowed, right? And let's we see what is gonna print if you print the character C, okay, in a console. So dot and I'm just gonna print value of character C, and let's we see what is gonna print. Okay, I'm gonna run it. So you see, it is not printing 97, it is printing small character A. So same way, the Unicode will help us to convert the character into the integer, and the same way it gonna do the vice versa. Okay. So the next related question will come: is it possible to store character value into the integer variable? Right? Let's we see that part as well. Okay. So over here, I am gonna create one integer variable I is equal to, and I will just say capital A. Okay, let's suppose I am gonna say capital A and semi and column to finish the statement. And now again there is no error. So let's reprint this value as well. So I am copy pasting this line over here and just says value of integer I, and what it gonna take. Let's reprint. To print the respective Unicode, you see 65. So 65 will be the A, right? If I take it B, right, it will be the 66 over here, right? And if suppose I want to print character B, so I can take it over here 98. So this is how the Unicode conversion work in Java? Okay, so sometimes it looks very tricky, right? When you speak about that one, you see now it's become 66, and over here the value is B instead of A, because I increase the value over here from 97 to 98. Okay, so if this kind of questions come in your interview, right, maybe initially they want to see your knowledge, like the basic understanding about the data type, right? They will definitely ask you this kind of questions, and always be make sure this is one of the frequently asked question as well. If you're interviewing in Google or the Microsoft or any company, right? So initial level they will not ask you to do any practical for such things. They will simply ask one statement: is it possible to store the integer in character array? And the answer should be yes or no itself. Okay, so just understand this concept and learn from over here. Okay, thank you very much.